Welcome to Odyssey.com, Uganda's largest marketplace.
Yeah.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into drone pilot training. We've had requests asking about the essentials. So you've got this drone pilot training guide. Pretty comprehensive stuff. Our mission here is just to pull out the key insights, get you up to speed quickly. So let's just jump right in. The big question first. Why even bother with formal drone training?
Yeah, that's really the core of it, isn't it? The guide, it really highlights a few key reasons. First off, the legal stuff. Laws and restrictions. Think about it, flying where you shouldn't, maybe getting a huge fine. Training helps you understand those boundaries. It's really about staying compliant.
Absolutely. Nobody wants that kind of trouble. And the guide also talks a lot about emergencies, right? Handling those.
Exactly. Like, what if you get a sudden wind shear or the battery starts flashing low when you're way out? Training gives you the procedures, the steps, so you don't just, panic. You can bring it back safely, minimize the risk.
Okay, yeah, being prepared for the unexpected. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But it's more than just avoiding problems, isn't it? The guide mentions improving, like your actual flying skills, too.
Yeah.
And safety overall.
Precisely. Formal training provides that structure. You get practice, expert feedback. It leads to smoother flying, better control, and honestly, just fewer crashes from simple mistakes. You build good habits.
Right, building good habits from the start. So, okay, if someone's convinced, where do they look? The guide mentions some specific programs.
It does give a few examples. For the U.S., it points to Part 107's certification. That's the FAA standard for commercial pilots. Really essential there. Then over in the U.K., you'd be looking for courses approved by the CAA, the Civil Aviation Authority. And it even mentions Drone Pilot Training Nigeria, DPTN, which is interesting, shows it's a global thing now, this need for professional standards.
Okay, so different regions, different bodies, but the same goal. So what do you actually learn in these courses? It's not just flight time, right?
No, definitely not. The guide breaks down key knowledge areas. Big one. Airspace regulations. Knowing where you can fly, how high, restricted zones, how to get authorization if you need it. It's like the highway code for the sky, basically.
Makes sense, especially now with so many drones around.
Yeah.
What else is covered?
Meteorology. Weather. Understanding how wind, visibility, all that stuff affects your drone. Hugely important for safety. You really don't want to launch if, a storm's brewing or the wind's too strong.
Right. Getting caught out mid-flight sounds like a nightmare. The guide also mentions drone maintenance. I hadn't really thought of that as part of training.
Oh, absolutely. It's crucial. Doing pre-flight checks, basic upkeep. It can prevent a lot of failures. Catching a loose prop or a dodgy battery before you take off saves a lot of grief.
Okay, good point. And then back to emergencies, the guide highlights that again.
Yeah.
Seems like a major focus.
It really is. They drill down on different scenarios, lost link, flyaways, low battery returns. So the correct response becomes almost second nature. Less panic, more procedure.
So we get why train and what you learn. But what's the actual impact? Does it make a real difference? Is there data?
Yes, and this is pretty striking. The guide cites a statistic. Trained pilots, they are apparently 70% less likely to crash within their first year.
Wow, 70%. That's huge.
It is, 70%. It really puts a number on the value of that training, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It's not just theory. It translates directly into, fewer crashes, safer flying.
Exactly. That number strongly suggests the skills and knowledge from formal training make a massive practical difference in safe operations.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. Formal drone training seems to offer major advantages. You understand the laws, you know how to handle emergencies, your skills improve, safety goes way up. And that 70% figure, that really drives home the point about reducing crashes, especially early on. This should give you a pretty solid foundation as you consider, your next steps with drones. So, thinking about all this, what other questions does this deep dive spark for you now?